Hey gang, welcome to Yeet for Yarn. I'm gradually refining my system. I now have a wall with all my stuff on it, and we've got a little list to determine how we're going to make yarn today. Well, we're not going to determine, the dice is going to determine. So let's get reset and find out what we're going to be making today. 1 second. So here's our dice. Here's our list. So the first thing we're going to do is roll for number of fibers. So we'll take 1 dice. 4. So we need to have 4 types of fibers. So we will take 4 dice. And we will roll. So we will have 6, 5, and double ones. Next, we'll want to roll for our add-ins. So we take 1 dice, and we got 6. So 6 is going to be beads. Ooh, we're spinning with beads today. Now we're going to roll for our blending style. 6, apparently it's a day for 6. We're going to do it in chunks. And we're going to roll for our spin style. 3, we will be doing coarse spun. And finally, for our finishing style, 6 again. Today is just a 6th day. So we are going to do a super coil. So we will be spinning 4 lots of fibers with beads in chunks. We're going to coarse spin and we're going to super coil. I will get all that stuff together and we will get to spinning. So here's our wall of fibers. I've weighed them out into little approximately 5-gram tufts. So we need a 6, which is soft silk. We need a 5, which is this green, and then 2 1s. So there's 1 1, and there's 2 1s. So here's our color palette for this yarn. It's going to be very green. All right. So we need beads. They're down here. There's a bottle of beads and our floss threader to help install those. We're going to turn it into chunks. We're going to core spin. So we'll need our core and we're going to super coil. So we will need our playing head. Now I have everything assembled. Let's get spinning. Now the first thing I want to do, I'm debating now. Do I take my beads and add them to the fiber or do I add them to the core? We're going to be super coiling, so I'm going to add them to the fiber. So I'm going to take some beads. I'm going to pull off some random chunks of fiber and I'm going to thread the beads onto those chunks, throw them in our pile to spin from, and we will go from there. So I'll adjust the camera and you can watch. All right, here we are. Got her all spun up. Now we're just going to get her off on the nitty naughty. This was actually kind of a fun spin. There's just the occasional bead in the middle of a English is hard. There's the occasional bead in the middle of a super coil, which is kind of fun. And because I did random placements, like here we have 2 of them, and I love the way the colors just kind of play around, and we'll get some bright colors from that soft silk. I love this run right here. That's gorgeous. I think this really turned out fun. Now there's obviously not a whole lot of yardage because it is a super coil, and that uses up your singles really fast. We'll just tie a knot in the end here so it doesn't unravel. There we go. Just tie here. And tie here. Now I'm probably way overspun, but I guess we'll find out. Well, I mean, me personally, I'm overspun all the time, but I think the yarn is overspun too. All right, so here it is on the nitty naughty. I think it turned out very pretty. It's very green heavy, but I am all right with that. So there we go. All right. Now let's find out how bad the over twist is. Actually, it's not that bad at all. When I steam it, that will probably all just straighten right out. And you can see the beads popping to the surface here and there. It's actually really kind of fun. I'm very happy with it. And it wasn't intentional, but it seems that colors seem to be pooling in certain areas. Or it could just be because there is such an overall tone of green. But I think it turned out pretty awesome. So that's it for today, gang. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Yeet for Yarn. If you like this, do the stuff down below, because I do stuff like this all the time. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Dr. Chaos, out!